All right, Frank, we are live.
Episode number 3.
This is 3. This is a lucky number 3. I'm excited to be here, Frank. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Of course, it's the weather's definitely turned a little bit nasty up here.
Yeah.
We went back down to Florida at the right time. It's cold and clammy today. It's gonna be cold and clammy tomorrow. I mean, it's gonna rain all day tomorrow, supposedly. Although I did get out to the American Dream today, and I scouted out the 2 miniature golf places inside the that mega mall, which is a ghost town.
Yeah. Okay, so it's open, but there's no one there.
There weren't many people there. I mean, a lot of stores haven't opened yet. A lot of things are still. I mean, it's still in the process of opening. This property has been cursed.
Yeah. Well, you said it's been in the makings for like 15 years, something like that.
Yeah. Basically, when the Devils moved to Newark, someone sent made like a backroom deal to build a mega mall in the Meadowlands.
Yeah.
And the mall, it was supposed to be called Xanadu, and then when the 2008 financial crisis hit, all the payments that were supposed to go for it really like dried up.
Yeah.
And it was really ugly. Really ugly.
You mean like physically, like the building?
Oh, it was just an eyesore. It was just like this weird colored. It was like looked like a bunch of fucking shipping containers out there.
Yeah. We have something similar. Not a mall, but if you drive down I-4 in the middle of Florida, they call it the eyesore of I-4. It's literally just some random like glass building that they were making, and then the financial crisis hit, and just it was there for it's been there ever since. I think maybe they're doing something with it now.
And it was supposed to open in 2009, and that never came to fruition.
Yeah,
and it was delay after delay after delay after delay after delay. It changed ownership a few times, and now it's owned by this mega mall company that owns like the a mall in Winnipeg and a mall in the Mall of America, and they repurposed it. They repainted it so it looks at least not ugly.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be like an entertainment and mall. There's a Disney, not Disney, a Nickelodeon like park inside. There's a
like Mall of America.
Yeah, a ski slope, and a couple of miniature golf places.
Yeah,
and a couple of other things in there. A water park. As I said, a ski slope. And it started opening last year, and it was supposed to open in stages. And when the final stage hit, is just as the COVID was starting, and so retailers haven't been able to really get their footing in there yet. There's a lot of stores that haven't opened yet. There's supposed to be an aquarium that's supposed to be opening soon, and it's just been a total disaster. But there's actually 2 miniature golf places in there.
And how are those?
One is themed on Angry Birds.
Okay.
And you could use a slingshot for your first shot instead of the putter.
Okay. How big is the a slingshot? You mean like an actual like you put on your arm?
No, the slingshot's on the ground.
Okay, gotcha.
And it's got like an Angry Birds theme where you have like the pigs around and Angry Birds.
Yeah.
And the other one is called Out of This World, and it's like in outer space, and it's got like this like black light.
Oh, like cosmic bowling kind of thing.
Yeah.
How was that one?
That's good. I actually did 36 holes today, playing both.
Really?
Back to back. And I did pretty well overall, except on the cosmic, the outer space one. There's one hole that just like killed me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to get up there soon. Hopefully I'll make it back up in December. Hopefully it doesn't, everything doesn't shut down. I'd like to make it back up there one more trip this year.
And of course, there's always the Monster Corpse, which is just loud when I was there the last time.
Yeah, I'm not really interested in that. I mean, I'm sure it's good for kids and stuff. But I'm looking for a professional mini golf experience.
I mean, the Angry Birds one day, there was basically the mall ambient sounds of Christmas music.
Okay.
And the outer space one was
like outer space.
Yeah,
like outer limits.
Yeah, like outer space music.
Well, I'll have to get up there because I would like to do a few more things, especially, in New York. I'd like to, maybe stay a night at the Plaza, maybe, drive around New York in the back of a limo eating some cheese pizza. I'd like to do that, and I feel like if you're going to do that, you have to do it, in December.
I believe though FAO Schwartz is closed.
So it's open.
Oh, what it is open just for Christmas?
I'm not really sure. I heard that FAO Schwartz they closed down a couple years ago, but I guess they're back and they're in a smaller location. But yeah, so it was pretty cool to go in there. All the people that work there, they're all just really excited. I mean, who knows if it's real or not? But I imagine if I was a kid and I walked in there, I'd be in heaven. They have this whole RC park where you can basically model your own RC and everything. They have a whole candy section. If I was a kid, I enjoyed it even at my age, but if I was a kid, I would have been crazy. But yeah, so I think I need to do that in December. So hopefully they don't close down.
And of course, you got to see the tree.
Yeah, exactly. I went when the lights weren't on, and it was kind of just no big deal. But that's actually a good transition right there. The tree. I don't think many people minded that the tree was Wednesday night because that game was awful. That game, really, truly, the game was awful.
I think Lamar Jackson has taken, not Lamar Jackson, RG3 has taken his last snap in the NFL.
I when he got injured, or when it looked like he had gotten injured,
he got injured. He's out. He's on IR.
I'm saying when it looked like he came back in the game for a brief time at least, but it was. You're just watching. You're like, it's the same thing when I see Alex Smith running. I'm like, stop running. I just know something bad's going to happen whenever they start running.
Daniel, what the Redskins did to RG3 is an absolute fucking shame.
Yeah. Well,
he had a great rookie season. Yeah. And he got hurt at the end of rookie season. And they also drafted Kirk Cousins, which was bizarre. But to let RG3 start that playoff game against the Seahawks in the mud.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I remember
irresponsible.
Well, I'm glad you said that because at a certain point I kind of joked about this about Alex Smith, but I had a lawyer friend who told me I was kind of onto something as far as at a certain point, letting them play. Or putting them into play when they're at a certain point injured and the conditions are such. Obviously, these are grown adults. They're playing the game. They make a lot of money playing the game. But at a certain point, I don't want to watch it.
Well, Alex Smith at a certain point has recovered, which is a miracle.
Yeah, but I'm saying with RG3, I remember what they were on the 4-yard line or something, and just seeing his knee go in a direction it should not go. Just watching that is at a certain point, it's almost.
Yes. If you remember in 2012, RG3 sprained his knee a few weeks earlier. Kirk Cousins got a few starts, but they let him start that playoff game with a sprained knee.
Yeah.
What the fuck did they think was going to happen?
Well, and that's the whole thing. That's where I'm torn about. It's like I said, they're adults, they're big boys, they're grown ups. They can make their own decision. But
at least Alex Smith is a pocket passer. He's not someone who lived with his legs.
Yeah, that's true.
RG3 needed his legs, and when he lost that knee, when that knee injury happened, it took away all he had.
Yeah, and I guess that goes back to the whole point of He's an adult, and he's trying to make a living. So, it's not like he was pushed out and like made to play.
Yeah, but the team's got to make that decision.
Yeah,
they got the athlete's going to want to play.
Yeah, of course. Of course. I think we talked about this before. How Ditka always played injured.
I mean, the Mets in 2017 had Noah Syndergaard refused to get an MRI, and he ends up tearing his lat.
And who's that on? That's on I guess it's on the team and the player, right? Yeah.
Because he had like arm soreness. You see what Noah Syndergaard, what happened with him was he spent the entire offseason lifting weights, and he basically was too muscle bound.
Mm-hmm.
And he tore the muscle over here.
Yeah.
And basically was lost for the whole season.
Like I said, these are big boys. They're making their own decisions. They make a lot of money for what they're doing.
Yeah, but that's why you have trainers, and that's why you have medical officials.
Very true. Well, either way, the game was horrible. I had the over and Pittsburgh, 10.5 plus 10.5 or minus 10.5. So I lost both sides of my both my parlay. So
I actually went to the Barstool office that day, and I forgot to bet.
Oh yeah,
and it's a good thing I forgot to bet.
yeah. Sometimes that works out.
I'm still into fucking just losing every fucking game.
Yeah.
I mean, yesterday I took Utah State over Air Force with 24 points, and fucking Air Force won by 28.
What are you gonna do?
I mean, I think Air Force is a good school, but I didn't think they beat them by more than 24.
Yeah. It's tough when I see those crazy numbers like that. It's tough. Well, I mean, but that's why they have them. They have them there to get you the bet. But isn't it funny? I've talked to a couple of people about this because you look at the lines and everything, and you're like, how do they come up with 24 points? And then it's just like it seems like a crazy number. And then when the game plays out, you're just like, how did they know? There's been too many games this past season where it's like
they have just the best experts.
Yeah, but
their goal is to have that number.
Yeah, well, they're good at it.
Right there.
Yeah,
and they have that number so they can have an equal amount of people betting this way and betting this way. So no matter who wins, they win.
Oh yeah. I get the system. It's a solid system. I wish I was on one side, on that side of it. But it was a horrible game either way.
It was the Steelers did not play well.
No,
the Ravens didn't have the weapons. Trace McSorley threw that late, and the Steelers should have covered except for that late lucky touchdown pass from Trace McSorley.
Yeah,
Trace McSorley. I mean, he's garbage. But I think the Ravens would have been better off having him play the whole game.
Yeah, it's one of the
because RG3 was basically a sitting duck.
Yeah, well, especially like you mentioned, he's a quarterback that's going to use his legs, or at least
and he doesn't have the arm that he used to have. That has, I mean, everything on him is gone, and they put him on IR, and I will be shocked if he ever plays another NFL game.
Yeah, well, I mean, truthfully, I was surprised that he was even on a team this year. It's just one of those things. I mean, there's so many new players that are coming up. I guess he still is skilled enough.
Yeah, but, and he's a similar quarterback to Lamar Jackson. Although Lamar Jackson, I tell you, the Ravens are now in a must-win situation.
Yeah, well, I don't think
they got the Cowboys coming up this week, and the Cowboys have been terrible. And the game's going to be Tuesday, which is going to be helpful because Lamar Jackson should be able to play.
Yeah. That's so what are they doing now? So in New York, or at least the CDC came out and said that The 14-day quarantine can now be put down to 10 days. But I don't know how that affects I'm sure the NFL has their own rules and everything. Do you know what's going to happen? I mean, like, how does he have to test negative? Does he have to
probably has to test negative like once or twice?
Yeah. It's just, I'm still unsure of what happened with Denver as far as like all of Denver's quarterbacks are out.
One quarterback had the COVID.
Yeah, correct.
Lindsay had it, I think.
But the contact tracing or whatnot.
And in the Colts in the Broncos meeting room, the other players did not wear their mask. So the NFL wanted to make an example out of the Broncos.
Is that okay? So that's what happened.
That's what happened.
Gotcha. There you go. Yeah, because people were saying if obviously, I mean, there's a perfect example going on at the same time.
Yeah,
the Ravens game they pushed back.
The NFL wanted to stick it to the Broncos.
Yeah.
Yes, they didn't follow the rules that were supposed to be set.
Yeah. Well, I've got a special mask that my mom is making for me for my next trip up to NYC. I asked her, like, because she was, hey, I'll make you some masks for next time you go up there, and so I'm going to buy one of the De Blasio clown shirts.
Ha!
And I'm gonna have her use the face. So I'll have a face mask with De Blasio, with part of De Blasio's face on there with the red nose and everything. So I'll have that when I come back up. But like I said, hopefully they don't close down or anything.
Did you see the mayor of Austin, Texas?
Yeah,
said that nobody should go out. And they should have nobody should leave their homes for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
And the mayor of Austin was in Mexico, Acapulco, I think.
Yeah, when he was like giving the announcement.
Yeah,
he was like on the internet making the announcement while he's in Mexico.
Yeah,
telling his residents, his constituents, not to travel. He's not the only one too.
Hypocrisy.
He's not the only. There's been like multiple examples of that. You got Newsom out in California going to his little dinner party, that he said was outside. The pictures showed that it was inside.
In New Jersey, large gatherings have been outlawed all year. But Phil Murphy, the governor's daughter, got married, and Bon Jovi, and 1,000 people were there.
And of course they always say like, oh well, we took precautions and everything, so it's okay. It's like, all right, so if other people take precautions, it's okay.
No, they're the pig. Yeah. They're just a little bit of person. I'm the king. Everyone else is the peasant. Peasants shouldn't have anything.
It's amazing how, and it continues to happen, which I was talking to my parents about it tonight about. It's just like these people keep getting reelected. It's just one of those things. I feel like that should be an automatic disqualifier. Like if you're telling people to do something in the middle of a pandemic, telling them not to travel while you're traveling, not even like, and it's not even like traveling across the city to have Thanksgiving. You're like,
you're going to another country.
Yeah. And somehow I just feel like that's an automatic disqualifier. Like you shouldn't even have the nerve to run again if you do that.
It's just the problem is most politicians are total fucking slime balls.
Yep. But that's why they're in politics.
Well, a tick is a bloodsucker, and poly means many. So you got poly ticks, many bloodsuckers.
There you go, Frank. Well, off of politics, back onto sports. What are your thoughts for? You got any major plays coming up this weekend?
Just to watch football, maybe put up the tree.
Oh, you're gonna put up a tree? Do you have one of those?
I have an artificial tree. I've never actually used a real tree.
Really?
Never had a real tree.
Is that something that you would like to do one of these days, or is it just the artificial tree is good enough?
The artificial tree is good enough. I've never had a real tree.
Yeah.
I
Not
wouldn't
even
even know how to take.
like a Charlie Brown Christmas tree. Not even like just like a one stem.
Well, I actually have the Charlie Brown Christmas tree,
Of course you do.
but no, I never had a real Christmas tree.
All right. We'll have to get you we'll have to get you like a real little one.
Well, maybe next year when I'm out of this fucking tiny apartment.
Yeah. We'll have to get you one. But yeah, okay, cool. We'll have to get Frank a Christmas tree. Like I said, I plan on coming back up there. The weather seems to not be that great for
the weather actually kind of looks like it kind of sucks the next week.
Yeah.
I mean, it's supposed to rain. It's supposed to rain all day tomorrow. Today was rainy in the 50s. Tomorrow's going to be rainy in the 40s. And then the rest of the week, it's 41, 41, 41. I guess it's in tribute of Tom Seaver. 43, 48. But it's supposed to be dry. So at least that's pretty good.
Yeah. But I mean, when we went out and played mini golf, it was like 60 and it was nice.
Yeah.
Anything below that's inside for sure.
Yeah. And I don't think we're going to see many more 60-degree days.
Yeah. Well, that was something. So I tell you what, though, after I left your house, after playing putt-putt last week, there's an Italian restaurant like 10 minutes down the road from you called Me and Tommy's.
Oh, I know where that is. Yeah, it's off on the side just before Kmart.
It was so good. I told the guy, the guy's like, "Oh, have you been here before?" I'm like, "No, I'm kind of new to the area." So they brought me out like an extra appetizer. And they were like, "Here, we want you to try our cheese." It was cheese and rice balls with like vodka sauce. I don't know if I've ever had vodka sauce at all, but it was amazing.
Yeah, that used to actually be like a little rail station, I believe.
That would make sense. That would make sense the way it's set up. But it was amazing Italian food.
I mean, like I said, yeah, you're talking about the Olive Garden. The Olive Garden is a joke in New Jersey. No one goes to the Olive Garden. We have tons of real Italian places here.
Yeah, like family-owned restaurants.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited. That's one thing I'm really excited to get up there. I mean, it's funny trying to explain to people like what I'm doing in New York, and because I come back, they're like, "Oh, what are you doing in New York?" I'm like, just playing mini golf, going eating Italian food. And they're like, "Okay, but what are you doing up there?" I'm like, "That's pretty much it." They don't know what's going on, but well, I'll have to get back up there. Oh yeah, and we definitely got to get that shirt made.
Yeah, I guess Justin couldn't fix the clip.
That's what I wanted to talk about. Thank you. Okay, yeah, the YouTube. What's going on with the video?
I don't know what the fuck happened.
Like they couldn't recover it?
I don't think Justin's going to be able to do it.
That's the idea that even your phone died, so like the live stream is like, if it's a live stream and the connection gets cut, it should just end the live stream, but should still have the video in there. I
guess that somehow it just, when it was dying, it like cut the stream and deleted it.
I understand cutting the stream, but the fact that it deleted it as well, like it didn't hold
that just annoys me. And Justin actually works for YouTube, so if Justin can't get it, I don't think anyone can.
That's really upsetting because you played a great game.
I played a great game.
You were under 50, right?
Yep. And we came up with a new slogan, a new great line. When the ball hits the rim and goes out, we said it gave us lip. Don't give us lip.
And so well, I'm gonna get with an artist and we'll get that. I've talked to a couple people about that. I think it's going to be a really cool shirt. Well, I tell you what, it's going to be cold up in New York. And New Jersey. I definitely want to make it up there for December, one more trip, and we'll play, in the mall there. But what are your thoughts about coming down to Florida in January and playing? Maybe we'll go to Miami. We'll play some putt in Miami.
We'll see what the travel situation is because there's like New Jersey doesn't allow travel like some certain states. Mm-hmm. Without going through a quarantine when you come back.
Yeah.
Which is a pain in the ass.
Yeah. And so you don't want to come down to Florida if then you have to stay in your house for 10 days.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Well,
I mean, when
hopefully,
everything is clear and this shit is finally fucking over,
yeah.
I want to hit Florida. I'd love to go spring training. I'd love to see a Dolphin game in Florida. I'd love to go do mini golf in the Jacksonville area.
Yeah, we've got a couple. We've got a couple pretty cool mini golf, courses and everything. And I need to look into it and see. I remember there being some kind of like mini golf professional organization. I need to look into it some more because I'm pretty sure there was something about that. If it's not like official or if there's not like a real one, we need to start it.
The World Putt Association.
Yeah, something to make it official, like the mini PGA or something, something to go off of that. But yeah, well, we'll get you down here to Miami. We'll be playing. I thought, January would be fun, especially if it's freezing cold up there. We'll get you down here to Florida. We can play putt. That's what I'll be doing. Practicing my game. 2 weeks ago, I thought I had you. Like I thought I was just a better golfer, and then you showed me up last week. And so I really need to practice some more.
Some days you have it, some days you don't. I mean, yeah. I was shit that one day.
I think I
broke my putter.
I think, well, and I told you that day. I think that was the day you became a real golfer. I think these are the conversations that that people actually have on a real 18 hole course. But
I mean, everything went wrong.
Yeah. But then last week, everything went right.
Yep. But I didn't do too bad today. With and they're both pretty good. They're both about the same that I went to today. The Angry Birds Not So Mini Golf Club. They have like Bird Island, Pig Lab, Eagle Island, Avian Academy, and the Bird Aviation.
Yeah, I'll have to. Yeah, I'm excited. I'll have to come up there and check that out. We can pretty much just spend the day at the mall.
Yeah, well, not much going on at the mall yet.
Yeah.
Although if you have some skis, you could do some indoor skiing.
That's still, I don't. It's just, I guess that's the Florida in me is thinking like, why?
I have never been on a ski slope. I have never had skis on my feet. I've never been on a snowboard. I have never done that, and I don't think I ever will.
Yeah, I went skiing when I was 4 years old in West Virginia. Other than that, no. I think I've only seen snow probably like 4 or 5 times in my life. So, the idea of an indoor skiing, just like it doesn't register.
It's bizarre.
Yeah,
and that's the most prominent feature you see of this giant ski slope.
Yeah. Well, what are your so this weekend you're just gonna be watching football?
Yeah, I'll try to put up my tree, maybe straighten out my place a little bit. I'm just like buried in shit.
Yeah, I hear. I tore my room apart yesterday. We were supposed to record yesterday. It was one of the I lost my headphones, and it sucks because it's not like, oh, I lost my headphones. I'll go. I need to go to Walmart and buy another pair. They were. I had to look. I looked it up on my statement because I had to figure out if I'd bought the warranty with tax. They were $385.
You see, I have never spent that much for a pair of headphones. You see these headphones I have in my head? I bought them at Five Below.
Really?
Yes.
There you go.
And they work just as good as a $300 pair of headphones.
Yeah, well, and that's
you can't convince me anything different. I mean, I hear out of them. I hear everything out of them fine. Yeah. They work fine. They do the job.
Yeah.
Five Below. Now Five Below is now having something called Five Below and Five Beyond. So they're now raised the price of headphones to like $10, but
yeah.
Still.
Yeah. Well, when you're on an airplane, I've been traveling pretty frequently the past few months. When you're on an airplane, you can definitely tell the difference between the noise canceling and the non. But yeah, it's pretty disheartening. I'm telling you, it was literal workout. Like I was tearing my room apart. I had convinced myself that I did bring them in, and I just didn't place them back in the case. And then, of course, I called the Uber driver, and she's like, you're calling me 2 days after, like I flew in the morning the day prior, like they're gone. But
you could check something on the Uber app, see if something's missing, and they could look for you.
Yeah, well, that's what I did, and I called the Uber driver, and they're gone. There's no way, and I haven't heard back from her.
I've lost cell phone chargers in a car, but nothing in an Uber car, but nothing bigger than that. Fortunately,
yeah, it's I need to my next pair. I know they have some kind of RFI tracker stickers or something like that. I gotta put something on the next pair I get, just because it hurts.
$300. $300 is quite an expense for a friggin' pair of headphones.
Yeah, and it doesn't even matter how much, like, just thinking about it's horrible. But I'll get a new pair. I'm doing some personal videos and stuff like that, and some personalized videos for fans and stuff, and so I'll get a new pair of headset. A new pair.
Are you getting on the Cameo yet?
I'm not. I haven't done the Cameo yet. It's just with how I create content. Like if I think of something funny, I go do it. And I think I'm not too sold on doing Cameo yet, just because I don't want to get an email saying, hey, here's 10 videos that you have to make by tomorrow or something.
No, they usually give you 5 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 or 6 days.
Yeah. So I'll probably end up doing it. Right now I'm just doing, through Venmo, or I'm having people Venmo me money if they want to.
You see it's easier for me because I just do it through the app and I don't have to download the video.
Yeah, that is one thing. Yeah, I'm having to download the videos, but I'm turning around. It's a shitty situation for me, but if I can make some personal videos for some people and everything works out, win-win. But it does suck trying to, like, I'm telling you, I was like sweating. It was a literal workout. I was throwing things around. I was putting a pile of stuff here, pile of stuff over there, and I just.
Yeah, I understand. Everything's piled up all over the fucking place here.
Yeah. All right, Frank. Well, we'll get it on there. I'm going to come up. I've got that movie I'm doing in Nashville. It got pushed back. I think I'm going to be doing that mid-month. And then after that, hopefully I'll be making it up to New York for a little limo ride and maybe a stay at the plaza. I really want to do that. I really do want to do that.
And we got to start getting that guest. I know you're talking about that Steelers fan.
And so I'm gonna reach out to him. We'll have him on next week. If he can make it, we'll have him on next week. He'll be our first unit of the week. We'll start getting guests. I'll be back in New York, and we'll do the mini putt and everything. And I'm gonna get in contact with the artist. We'll get that shirt design.
And I'm sure there's probably some places in New York City that there's indoor putt places. There's got to be.
Yeah, like in the city.
Yes.
Well, I'll look for one. I didn't see one last time, but I'll look for one, and we'll get going. But
Chelsea Piers, which isn't too far from the office, might have something.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll check that out. Lots of mini golf going around. Like I said, I'll look again if there's not like an official association. Maybe we'll have to look into getting that going for us. And yeah, we'll bring you down here to Florida soon enough. As soon as all this is over with, but I'll be back to New York to visit you and play another round. We'll do the Angry Birds and whatnot. And
the Angry Birds and the Out of This World, it's called.
Yeah. So we'll definitely do both of those. But next week we'll have our first unit of the week guest, and maybe another special guest if we can get a unit from the office. But that's it for today. Did you have anything you want to leave us out on?
No, just hopefully my losing ways end this weekend with the betting. I mean, I haven't done too many bets in the last few days. I mean, I just feel like cursed. I feel cursed. I feel like everything just like the Jenga matches I keep losing.
Yeah, okay, I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah, let's finish on that. I don't know how Big Cat and Roan have done that to you twice now. Do you have any explanation? Do you think there's collusion? Like, do you think they have like some strings somewhere? I saw what Roan did, and I couldn't believe it.
I don't know. I don't know how that thing didn't fall.
Twice that's happened.
I just don't know how that thing didn't fall.
I will say this to end it on a positive note. You were wearing the hell out of that top hat.
Yeah, I just found it lying around the office. I thought it would look good in the Jenga room.
It did. It did. It looked like you were like a professional, Jenga connoisseur. All right, Frank. Well, we'll get myself back up to New York. We'll get you down here to Florida.
All right, yeah.
And the next episode is going to have a lot of stuff. We're going to have our first guest unit, our first week.
And in case you didn't know, the worst month in New York is always February.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if things are starting to clear up and open up, February would also be a good month to go do some things down in Florida.
Yeah, for sure. Well, like I said, I mean, you already know this, but I'll say it again. Florida is open.
Yeah, well, you live in a free state.
For now.
Yeah, for now.
Isn't it crazy? I'm moving up there to be with you guys in New Jersey, New York. Am I silly for doing that?
Well, there's more things to do here, but will the government let you do it?
Yeah, that is the question. Well, we'll leave it on that. Frank, take us on out.
I'm cursed. I really, really cursed. I can't win at Jenga. I can't win at betting. I'm cursed. I have a big fat jinx. I always lose. When I'm good, the video gets deleted.
It's that damn Lady Gaga. I swear it is. All right, Frank. I'll talk to you next time.
All right. See you later.